How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Stas here. Welcome back to another video. Cheers, by the way. I appreciate you all for tuning in as we're about to break down Palantir stock, go over the charts, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do, and some news regarding the DoD, Department of Defense. We'll talk a little bit about Microsoft as well in this video, guys. But first, hit the like button, subscribe, join the free email stock newsletter, and check out my Patreon for my real-time portfolio updates. All the links, you guys know where they're at, right down below. And with that being said, cheers again. Take a sip of your coffee. This is actually my second espresso of the day, guys. Got to get the afternoon espresso in. You know what that's all about. Cheers. Let's dive into it. So right now we're down about 0.75% as we're 5 minutes away from power hours. So right now, all the indexes are down, by the way, along with Palantir, again, which is down 0.75%, trading at 156. You can see, before we actually dive into Palantir, you can see the indexes, guys. S&P down 0.25%. Dow Jones, 0.5% in the red. QQQ down about what? Not much, actually. It's barely down. Pretty much at break even, but still it was up earlier. Now it's down, and we have the Russell down 0.3%. So honestly, I'm not mad at this setup. We're actually selling off a little bit, heading into big tech earnings tomorrow and Thursday. I'm not mad at that. Honestly, I'm not mad at that, considering this could be setting us up for a pop, a breakout, if these earnings are strong. And we already got Alphabet, Google's earnings. They were good, right? If these other names come in hot, Meta, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft this week, tomorrow, Thursday, this could lead the market to rally, off this pullback, which again is kind of what is setting up as of now, in my opinion. Of course, what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. And you can see here on the 4-hour chart, SPY's only down what, $5 from all-time highs. We're still above the 50 SMA, and even if we were to break under that, we would still be well above the 180 SMA, right? And it's the same thing here on Triple Q. If I pull it up, you guys can see we're above the 50 SMA. We've been above that for weeks, and if that breaks, we would still be well above the 180 SMA. So the bulls are in charge. Heading into earnings, we're getting a little sell-off. No big deal. I think this is setting us up nicely, again, for these big tech earnings. If they're good, this could send the market higher. You know what I mean? So going back over to Palantir, it's pretty much in the same position as the S&P and the NASDAQ. If we look at these charts, Palantir just hit all-time highs at 161.80. Now we're pulling down to 156. We're above the 50 SMA, which we've been above now for weeks. And even if that were to break, guys, and let's say we stumble down to the 180 SMA at about $145 a share, the uptrend would still be holding. Things would still be looking good there for Palantir. And I like the way that we're selling off a little bit heading into earnings. I kind of like the way that's setting us up here. I don't want it to be priced to perfection into earnings, which are coming out on the 4th of August, which is on Monday, that Monday after the bell, or the first Monday of August after the bell. So Palantir is in an interesting spot, and what triggered the sell-off, we got the news yesterday about the DoD. That triggered the sell-off. Let's dive a little bit deeper into that. If I zoom in here on the 5-day, 5-minute, we got that dump off at about 1 p.m., I think, yesterday. Yeah, 1 p.m. East Coast time. Got the dump off to about 153. Then we recovered a little bit, but still, we're under where we were now from where we were yesterday when we got the news, or from before when we got the news. Either way, I don't want to confuse you guys. So let me pull up this article. Bear with me. Hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. I appreciate you all for tuning in. We just cracked 55,000 subs on YouTube here. So thanks for all the support. I appreciate you guys. So you can see here, this article says, will Microsoft's AI models break into Palantir's government turf, right? So we can see Microsoft could give Palantir competition for government AI projects, according to a report. Palantir stock sold off on Monday on the report, but shares were up in early trading Tuesday. Now they're back down, right? So the information on Monday reported that federal agencies such as the DoD, Department of Defense, have recently been testing AI models for Microsoft for data analytics projects. OpenAI's models also are being evaluated, according to the report, right? And if we come down here, the maker of data analytics software holds a premium valuation. Well, they're talking about Palantir. Now, Palantir stock has gained amid views that the company seems poised to win more U.S. government business under the Trump administration. Now that's kind of under question. Is it really, though? We'll see. But, you know, there's a little bit of competition there with Microsoft potentially. Also, retail investor enthusiasm for generative AI plays has boosted Palantir stock, blah, blah, blah. So essentially, guys, that's what's going on. Is there any other insight here? I mean, we don't have much insight on this. Kind of just the brief, like, okay, maybe Microsoft gets a couple contracts here, you know, but the reality is there could be some competition, you know, and that sparked a little sell-off yesterday leading into today right now. So we'll see. Do you guys think this is legitimate, a reason for concern, or is it just a blip? I don't know. I think, honestly, there's not much reason for concern here. I mean, obviously there's Palantir, or there's competition for Palantir from a lot of angles. And we'll see. We'll see what the government, the DoD, ends up doing. You know, obviously Palantir has a lot of contracts, you know, with the government, with businesses. So, I mean, you know, if Microsoft takes a couple here and there, is it going to crush Palantir? I don't think so. You know, the company's still growing, obviously, big time. But, yeah, like any other business, guys, there's competition. And Palantir stock, again, when we got this news, it dumped off. But it's not a big deal. We're still about $4 or $5 away from all-time highs as of right now when I'm making this video. And we're only down about 0.75%, which is not much really at all. But keep in mind, earnings are on the 4th this Monday coming up, next Monday. And look, we're still pretty high in terms of the price. We're pretty overbought. RSI has come down a little bit, which is good. But we're still like, come on, $4, $5, $6 away from all-time highs. We're still pretty much priced to perfection. So if this slips, let's say a little more, a couple dollars into earnings, couple more dollars, you know, some people might not like that, but I think that would be considered quite healthy, in my opinion. Just looking at these charts, judging the charts. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments, and let's see what else is going on. I mean, look, all the indexes are down today. We all know that based on what we're seeing, but there are some movers. SoFi's up, which has given back a lot of the gains. We'll cover that maybe in another video later today. Make sure to subscribe. We actually covered the earnings in a video earlier today. Go check it out. But SoFi was up 16, 17%. Now it's up 7%. So that gave back a lot of gains, but it's still up. AMD is up 3.5%. This stock is getting ridiculous. I mean, if I had to guess, I think we're going to get a drawdown before earnings at this rate. I mean, earnings, I think they're on Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, they're next Tuesday. This is getting nutty, you know. I'm no doubt bullish on AMD, but in the short term, guys, come on. This chart looks a little ridiculous. I think we're going to get a drawdown, but the question is how much? It might not be a big drawdown just because there's a lot of hype around earnings, but we'll see what happens after earnings. If earnings aren't great, guys, a bigger drawdown could be coming. But what do you think overall? I don't want to drag this video on too long. We do have some movers, but nothing too crazy. I mean, hey, shout out to Google. Wow, they're actually up another 1.5%. Man, I love Google, guys. And they're honestly still arguably at a decent value. On a side note, the PE ratio, trailing 12 months on Google, is a 20 right now, which I think is still decent. So I'm long. I actually bought more shares right after earnings at 190 or something like that. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, join my free email stock newsletter. Check out the Patreon for my portfolio updates. I posted one yesterday and I'll post another one probably tomorrow. Make sure to join that, linked down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.